good evening, red and green fans, wherever you are, and welcome to another edition of Coventry United TV with yours truly, the mouth of the Midlands, Liam Cook. It is crunch time for the Mond. If Haughmond lose or draw tonight, it's game over for the relegation threatened side. They will be down. And of course, we'll be keeping up to date on the South Normanton game. They're home to Sporting Cowser. A point for Cowser will mean that Haughmond go down as well. So it is a crucial, the most crucial of crucial fixtures for Haughmond, and you've got it live on CUTV, the only place you'll find live coverage of today's match. Let's get you straight into your team news here at the Butts Park Arena. Kicking off with Coventry United. Number 1, Tom Deitch. Number 2, Brad Jones. Number 3, Ben Valance. 4, the captain, Chris Cox. 5, Jamal Clark. 6, Rob Prinzel. 7, Kyle Carey. 8, Nathan Cadby. 9, Luke Barlone. 10, Ryan Palmer. 11, Dominic Elaine. Substitutes for Coventry United. Number 12, Liam Kennedy. 14, Frankie Bajonet. 15, Gift Musa. And for Haughmond, number 1, Sam Jones. 2, George Carpenter. 3, Connor Courtney. 4, Sean Jones. 5, Tom Hewitt, the captain. Number 6, I believe. The numbers are covered off here, so it's going to be different. Yeah, number 6, Dave Howes. Number 7, Joe Parry. 8, Scott Ryan. 9, Steve Hull. 10, Kevin Renshaw. 11, Harry Morris. Substitutes number 12, Carl Roberts. 14, Jamie Hine. 15, Andy Jones. 16, Matt Owen. 17, Charlie Musselwhite. So those are today's starting lineups and the benches here on CUTV. As we said, Haughmond have to win tonight. If they get anything less than a victory, then Haughmond's relegation alongside roster will be confirmed tonight. And after the ugly scenes at the Shrewsbury Sports Village, I'm sure Coventry United would love to do the bidding of Shawbury and South Normanton teams around that relegation zone. The players are lining up in the tunnel area. Well, the Coventry United players are anyway. It is crunch time for Haughmond. Anything but a victory for the away side today will mean relegation is confirmed. And after the ugly scenes on Saturday at the Shrewsbury Sports Village, Coventry United would surely love to condemn the Mond to relegation. South Normanton take on Sporting Cowser tonight. If they can pick up a victory, then no matter what Haughmond do tonight, they are down anyway. But Haughmond will look to do everything they can to ensure they have Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division football next season. But can Coventry United be the ones to end their short spell in the division? Find out here on Coventry United TV with Liam Cook. Haughmond in the chain strip of yellow and black, and Coventry United in the red and green. So a number of absentees, of course, for Coventry United tonight. Tom James, we're being told, is out for the season with a hamstring injury. He was taken off early against South Normanton on Monday night. Kevin Thornton also will not be making any further appearances for the red and greens. Kyle Barnett will not be taking part either. Lewis Rankin is also out. No sign of Niall Rowe. We're hearing Tommy Glasgow has left the club. We're not sure about that one yet. We're still waiting to get confirmation. Ed Caviezel Cox not in the lineup either, and also no Ryan McQuanje. So the two captains meeting in the centre circle. Chris Cox for Coventry United and Tom Hewitt for Haughmond. Well, here are the standings for Haughmond. They currently sit in 20th place, the final relegation place. Shawbury below them have 2 games in hand, so they can't be sent down tonight. Roster are already gone. They currently sit, I believe, 8 points behind South Normanton, and after tonight they will have 3 games to go, I believe. Can Coventry United be the ones to end Haughmond's spell in the Premier Division? It all begins here. A battered, bruised and fatigued Coventry United side have battled valiantly recently. They'll have to do it again. 3 points on the line here at the Butts Park Arena. Live coverage of Coventry United versus Haughmond in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division is underway on Coventry United TV with Liam Cook. Here's Dominic Elaine on the left-hand side of midfield. Tries to get the cross towards Luke Barlow in search of his first Coventry United goal. And a collision between Barlow and the number 4, Sean Jones, resulting in a free kick on the edge of the penalty area for Haughmond. So a victory for South Normanton tonight, and defeat for Haughmond will make it official. Of course, Shawbury can't be sent down tonight, so they have 2 games in hand, but of course we have already lost roster. If you are not here at the Butts Park Arena, then you may have a little surprise next time you come in. There is a huge new scoreboard on the far side of the ground where the new stand is going to be built. It's not in use yet, but we are being told we can use it from Monday onwards. In the midfield with Parry, lofts it into the penalty area, had a win by Brad Jones. Starting with the red and green this evening at right back. Jones will just about keep it in on a rather soggy pitch. Appeals from Haughmond ignored by the referee. Header win by Luke Barlow. Palmer will chase. Hewitt's clearance only as far as Barlow. Barlow digs it in towards Ryan Palmer, and he couldn't bring it under control and fired away by Sean Jones. Of course, Palmer scored against Haughmond on Saturday. Jones will send it back in, and as Kyle Carey just gets away from him, and it's gathered by Sam Jones. Luckily, there's only 2 Jones in the Haughmond starting lineup rather than 3, but there is, of course, Brad Jones in the Coventry United starting lineup, so it's still going to get a little bit confusing. Balance lobs it to Jamal Clark in defence. Clark sends it forward. It should be easy pickings for the fullback Carpenter. In fact, he'll let it go to Jones in goal, whose clearance goes into touch for a Coventry United throw. Throw to the chest of Luke Barlow. Surrounded by yellow shirts. Can't quite find Carey. Coming over it now is Parry. Sends Harry Morris on his way down the right, but it will be an easy gather for Dyche as it bounces far away from the Haughmond winger. 1-1 draw at the Shrewsbury Sports Village on Saturday between these 2 sides. Again, that United should have won. A rather poor officiating display costing United victory, a rather shoddy red card for Kevin Thornton as well. The highlights of that match will be released this week once we get approval from the club. There's a goal kick to be taken by Sam Jones with a long ball from the back line for Coventry United. Goes harmlessly into touch as the floodlights come on. That glaring sunshine almost blinding the media staff at the top of the Butts Park Arena. Booted away by Jones between the sticks for the Mond. Bob Jones Vance to win the header, only as far as Hewitt. Hewitt sends it forward. Morris. Now Scott Ryan on the ball. Ryan runs down the right, takes on Ben Valance, and Valance turns it into touch, and it will be a corner kick to Haughmond. taking it on the right-hand side will be Connor Courtney. 3 players remaining back for Haughmond, 3 players remaining forward for Coventry United. That front 3 remaining very much in an attacking position for the Red and Greens as Courtney lines up this corner kick. Let's try and give Haughmond the lead, punched off the line by Tom Deitch. It was going all the way in from Courtney, it was curling around that near post. Clearance by Kyle Carey. And a new ball was going to be required. The current match ball was a little bit flat. And much like the current Red and Green side, they've had a lot of unfair criticism this week. These lads have been working to the bone just to get themselves fit. There are players right now that can barely walk, let alone run, and they're out here playing a full 90 minutes of football to make sure the season is ended, and ended in style. This ball down the right is blocked up by Kyle Carey, 10 yards inside United territory. We are thrown on the right hand side to Haughmond. Hewitt towards that penalty area, up jumps Ryan, beaten in the air by Jamal Clark. Valance flicks it over the head of Morris and finds Dominic Elaine. Back inside and allowed a little time off working. Carey loses that, and a through ball into the penalty area. Down goes Tom Deitch and gathers it from the legs of Steve Hull. Deitch rolls it short to Brad Jones of Coventry United. Up rather than out by Howells. Header won by Courtney. It will fall to Brad Jones. He's going to brush off the arm of the Haughmond player there, but Jones will keep it in. Down the right, looking for Ryan Palmer. No trouble for the defender, Sean Jones, and he takes no risks in putting it into touch level with the penalty area on the right-hand side. Coventry United throw. 5 minutes gone, I should say, here on CUTV. Live coverage of Coventry United versus Haughmond in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division. It remains scoreless on a night where the away side could be relegated depending on other sides' results. That other side being South Normanton. South Normanton win and Haughmond lose. It's game over for the visitors. Jones tries to run it down the line and runs it out of play. It will be a throw to Haughmond. And to start with a very busy fixture list. I believe right, I'm saying they have 7 games in 9 days coming up. They will have a little bit of a break for the next couple of days. The next game is away at Lye. That is on Saturday. Away from home, you might have a throw deep into Haughmond territory. Prinzell's throw towards the lane, easily won in the air by Hewitt. Carey. Now Barlone spins away from several challenges and hits one towards the goal. Not exactly on target for Barlone, still in search of his first Coventry United goal, but it is the first effort of the night for the Red and Greens. Now let's see if we can get a score update from the MJ Robinson Structures Arena, as South Normanton, who beat Coventry United, of course, on Monday night by 3-1. They host Sporting Calcer. A victory for South Normanton will surely send Haughmond down if Haughmond fail to win tonight, but it remains at 0-0. So Lane races towards that Haughmond penalty area, and they've got the free kick. Lane diving in on one of the Haughmond defenders. So the visitors will have a free kick around 10 yards outside their penalty area. Sam Jones, who made some brilliant saves on Saturday afternoon, will take the goal kick and fire it clear of the Haughmond back line towards that right-hand side, and it's gone straight off the head of the Haughmond midfielder, and it will be a throw into Coventry United. Coming off the head of Scott Ryan. Vance's throw up line, header won by Barlone, but no one there set the Haughmond defender to pick it up. Brought down to earth by Kyle Carey, looking towards that right-hand side. Ryan Palmer brings it down on the right-hand side of that front 3. Tries to take it around the fullback, Courtney. Courtney's clearance nodded on by Parry. Hole, and driven forward by Dave Howells, but it's out of reach for Scott Ryan. And Ben Valence will dribble it clear and fire it clear as well. So from the right hand side, halfway into United territory. Taken by Carpenter. To the feet of Morris. Back to Carpenter. Trying to return it to Morris. Tapped over the white line by Ben Valence, and another throw to Haughmond. Carpenter takes the throw to the feet of Morris. Morris again bounces off the leg of the number 11, and clearance made by Ben Valence. Barlow goes chasing. He tries to dive in there on Sean Jones, but the defender able to get it clear towards Morris. Clark able to win it in the air, but still Haughmond able to push forward as Jones nods it clear from his own penalty area, and Cox takes it past the Haughmond man. Handball claims, referee says no, but Cox's ball straight into touch for a goal kick. In fact, no, it's kept in by Sam Jones. It was certainly out of Luke Barlown's range. 10 minutes gone here at the Butts Park Arena. Live coverage of Coventry United versus Haughmond. It remains at 0-0. Sam Jones's clearance, lobbed towards the right hand side by Steve Holt, straight onto the chest of Ben Valence for the Red and Greens. Strides into Haughmond territory. Here's Dominica Lane, quickly disputes it to Kyle Carey. Turns the shoulder and gets past the number 11 Harry Morris, I should say. Harry Harris is a former Walsall player. Prinzel up line, one in the air by Barlow. Cox goes to the second ball. Referee says foul. As Dave House is also trying to earn the ball for Haughmond. Referee feeling there was a touch from Cox. It looked okay from where we're standing. The space on the left hand side for the Haughmond number 10, Renshaw. It's Kevin Renshaw trying to cut in from the left. Brad Jones for company. All the way to the touchline as he tries to put the corner into the box. It's deflected out for a corner via the leg of Brad Jones. Courtney offering a short corner. It's straight to Courtney. First time cross and a crucial header at the far post by Jamal Clark. And now United stride at the other end of the field with Ryan Palmer. He's already got one goal to his name against Haughmond this season. Slides in to take it away from Sam Jones beautifully. And Barlow puts it in and stabbed clear at the near post. Offside given against Coventry United anyway. It was cleared at the near post by George Carpenter. No United player touched it, but of course they were interfering with players. They tried to get onto the ball. So the referee was right to give the decision to Haughmond. United next in action on Saturday away at Lye Town, one of the form sides last season, finishing in the top 5, I believe. But this season it's been a very much different story. They weren't looking over their shoulders in terms of a relegation battle for much of it. Clark was the header from the goal kick in the air with Steve Hull, nodded on by Coventry United's Kyle Carey. It's down the right hand side by Carpenter. Morris, he's got Hull in the penalty area, but into touch by Ben Valence. Plenty of yellow shirts in that penalty area, as jogging over to the right goes Connor Courtney. And again, that front three for Coventry United remaining forward. Courtney lines up another set-piece routine. It's deep in towards that penalty area, and a ferocious volley by Scott Ryan flies past the top corner, but crucially not into it. Haughmond's first effort goal is a good one, but not quite good enough. A victory crucial to their survival hopes tonight. They're not in front just yet. Deitch flies over the head of Ben Valence. and lob forward for Morris to give chase. Prinzel couldn't find Deitch, but Brad Jones can, and Deitch with a very hasty clearance. Nodded on in the centre circle by Courtney. And further up by Dave Howells. Offside calls, referee says no, as Brad Jones's attempted clearance is blocked by Howells, and a goal kick will be the result. So we've had 15 minutes here at the Butts Park Arena, live coverage of Coventry United versus Haughmond in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division. Remains at Coventry United 0, Haughmond 0. You can get video highlights of today's match from tomorrow morning here on the Coventry United YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell as well to ensure you are updated when videos go live on the YouTube channel. Elaine receives the header from Barlow and distributes towards the right hand side. It's Ryan Palmer. He's got Barlow at the far post. Carpenter couldn't deal with it, and Barlow picks it up, but he's not in a position to shoot. Barlow on the left tries to get back into that penalty area, blocked up by Carpenter. He's still got the ball, and not for long as Ryan helps to distract Barlow, and Carpenter steams in and blasts it clear. Now here come the visitors. Harry Morris into the centre circle area with Joe Parry out wide again. And Howells' ball down the right flank, blocked by Ben Vance as that sun sets below the horizon. I'd say, I'm looking forward to when it does. Throw into the captain, Tom Hewitt. Towards that right-hand side, nodded down by Jamal Clark. There's Nathan Cadby, one of many under-21 players utilised recently. And that ball towards his under-21's teammate Ryan Palmer, nearly caught out Connor Courtney, who's Pastor Jones was booted out straight away. And United have a throw on a rather sodden pitch at the Butts Park Arena. Thankfully, the rain today has not curtailed the efforts in getting this game on. Everyone at the Butts has worked so hard this season to ensure all fixtures are fulfilled. Jones' cross nodded on by Elaine, not the best of clearances either by the Haughmond man, and stabbed over the white line by Courtney. Finishes the job and keeps it away from Luke Barlow, throwing level with the penalty area on the right hand side for the Red and Greens. Jones plays a 1-2 with Luke Barlow, crossing opportunity for the fullback, and that flies well wide of the mark, and it will be a goal kick to the visiting Haughmond. So Sam Jones will go and collect the ball. Coventry ladies in their final away game of the season on Sunday. It's the longest one as well, away at Chichester City. Live from Oaklands Park, Coventry United will have exclusive commentary and video highlights of Chichester City ladies versus Coventry United ladies on Sunday afternoon. We're live from 10 to 2 with highlights to come on Monday morning. And of course, as we said, we're at Lytown for the Midland Football League Premier Division match between Lytown and Coventry United on Saturday afternoon, coverage from 10 to 3. Nodded on by Hall, and the number 6 tried to bring it under control, flicked off Dave Howells' foot. The referee has flagged for offside. Prinzel with the free kick, launches it into Haughmond territory. Up jumps Luke Barlow, wins the header well. That's exactly what they're signing him up for. They were hoping that it was going to be alongside Shaquille McDonald, but that didn't exactly work out. With Shaq out for the rest of the season. Cadby will keep it on this near touchline all the way down line. Well, he was hoping to find someone down line, but it's gone over the white line for a throw-in. Well, the idea was right, the execution wasn't from young Nathan Cadby. Three under-21 players in the starting lineup today. No Ryan McQuanjay though, he's not available. And another under-21, in fact an academy player in Liam Kennedy on the bench, who started of course on Monday night against South Normanton. Prinzel goes in from behind on Holes, can't take it away, but interception made by Cadby. Palmer spins on the dime to keep it away from Hole and launches it forward. Kyle Carey is onside here. It's carried towards the area, but the Haughmond defender cuts him off. But it's not over yet. Carey out muscles the defender to win it back. And Carpenter puts it into touch. And a throw-in will be the result. But a great break from Coventry United. Can they make this attacking position count? Well, walking up to the penalty area to take the throw-in. It was Brad Jones, but it's going to be Carey to take it. Elaine's cross in towards Luke Barlow and couldn't get a clean shot at goal, but it has gone out of play for a corner. He bundled it towards the net. Some pretty sizable pressure from the number 4 Sean Jones, and Sam Jones tried to pick it up before it went over the white line. It proves that he was unsuccessful, and the Red and Greens have a corner. Well, Jones will take this corner kick, and Rob Prinzel will race up towards the penalty area and join his teammates. Chris Cox in there as well. His leaping ability needs no mention. And Palmer waiting on the edge of the area as well for a Paul Scholes-esque volley. Jones in there, and Sam Jones comes out to claim it, gets a punch on it, and the job is finished by Dave Howells. The counter-attack is stopped in its tracks, and Ben Valance fires it towards the right way. Brad Jones is waiting for Coventry United. Takes it past Courtney, into the box for Chris Cox. He's onside, and it's out for another corner via the boot of Kevin Renshaw, who comes steaming past Cox and puts it into touch. It looks like Renshaw may have hurt himself in the process. And the number 10 has gone down, holding his ankle. And the physio is being called over. Renshaw taking one for the team there. Well, after 20 minutes here on CUTV with Liam Cook, the scoreline at the Butts Park Arena is Coventry United 0, Haughmond 0. The number 10, Kevin Renshaw, still receiving a little bit of treatment if there is a change needed. And the substitutes are as follows for Haughmond: number 12, Carl Roberts; 14, Jamie Hine; 15, Andy Jones; 16, Matt Owen; and 17, Charlie Musselwhite. For Coventry United, just the 3 subs in attendance today, that being Liam Kennedy wearing number 12, Frankie Beijner wearing number 14, and 15 is Gift Musa. As Renshaw trudges off the field following the physio's treatment, Brad Jones will have the opportunity to put it into the penalty area from this corner, and it's hit the roof of the net and into touch for a goal kick. Renshaw asking if he can come on yet. Referee says no. Renshaw was already on the pitch, but he's been told to get off it again. It appears the Haughmond attacker is good to go and wants to get himself back in the thick of the action, as his goalkeeper Sam Jones prepares to hoof it up line. There it goes from the right boot of the Haughmond shot stopper. Clark wins the header. Cadby. Here's nod straight to the feet of Connor Courtney, but it's poor control from Harry Morris. You have to try to retain the ball in the centre circle, which Kyle Carey does beautifully. Cox to the right to Brad Jones, as is quickly closed down by Morris. Jones to Barlow, tapped to the right with Palmer. Almost found its intended target, Chris Cox, but it took a touch off Cameron. Sorry, Courtney, I should say. Fired up line for Harry Morris to give chase. Blocked up by Rob Prinzel. He's got an option in the penalty area, but he's forced down line. Renshaw caught by Nathan Cadby. The referee wants a word with the young midfielder. That's the second time that Renshaw's been brought to his knees in the last couple of minutes. But this time it will be penalised, and Coventry will have to defend this free kick on the left-hand side, about 5 yards inside from the touchline. Well, Connor Courtney standing over this one with Renshaw next to him. Looks like it's going to be delivery towards the edge of the penalty area. Courtney towards that far post, headed clear by Rob Prinzel. Here's Scott Ryan trying to find a teammate in the penalty area. Valance gets there and will find Dominic Allain up line. But a wall of yellow blocks his path. Rob Prindle sends it up line. Carey's onside down that left flank and threads it through for Luke Barlow. He's offside, but he couldn't reach it anyway. It was shafted back to the goalkeeper by Joe Parry. Barlow still not fully fit with that ACL injury last year. He's still recovering from that rather sizable problem. It has affected his speed somewhat. Probably needs a pre-season to get himself back into match shape. His size and leaping ability, certainly what Coventry United need if they're going Route 1. Barlow lobs it towards the right-hand side for Palmer. Palmer will get there. He's got Cadby up line. Cadby back to Palmer. Cadby wants a free kick and Palmer loses the ball as he was appealing to the referee. But Allain will find it on the right in towards Luke Barlow. Hewitt will find the teammate as he gets it away from the penalty area. Great footwork from the Haughmond midfielder. Courtney, not such good footwork, but he's got the job done. And there's going to be a substitution here for Haughmond already. It looks like it's going to be, is it Renshaw coming off? It may well be. I believe it is Renshaw. We just get confirmation. It will be Charlie Musselwhite coming on. And indeed it is Kevin Renshaw coming off. So Renshaw, who has been bombarded in the opening 25 minutes. We have 2 injuries, has been taken off. Haughmond not taking the risk. Jones up line, nodded on by Barlow. Palmer covered off well by the substitute Musselwhite. His pass is picked up by Kyle Carey in the midfield. Now Valance. Cadby wants it down the left, but Valance will go towards the edge of the penalty area. Cox flicks it on. Cadby blocks the attempted clearance, but also pushes into the fullback Carpenter. Just trying to stop himself there, but the referee didn't like it, and he has given the free kick to Haughmond inside their own penalty area. So we've had 27 minutes gone now here at the Butts Park Arena. Remains scoreless between Coventry United and Haughmond. Don't forget to hit the like button below the video, that little thumbs up button if you do enjoy today's coverage. Leave a comment below with your feedback. Subscribe to Coventry United on YouTube, more exclusive content from Coventry United and the Red and Green Girls of Coventry United Ladies. And of course you can get us on Twitter at CovUnitedTV. Brad Jones will bring it to earth halfway into United territory and fire it up line towards Carey. It's up in the air. And it's won in the air by Chris Cox. The 2 captains in an aerial duel there, and Hewitt gets the final say. Up line to Steve Hull. Tries the through ball down the left-hand side. Will he find Joe Parry? He will indeed. Parry's got some space, closed down by Nathan Cadby, and a great challenge by Cadby. He feels that he's won the throw. Referee says he hasn't. Going up to take it again is Connor Courtney, the Haughmond left back. Jones and Cadby trying to come off the 2 threats with the throw, but it will find Parry. Shields it from Nathan Cadby, and Parry will get that cross in. So the feet of Rob Prindle nearly put it straight back into danger, but Jamal Clark will finish the job. Hewitt's headed towards the right. Ryan deflects off the leg of Kyle Carey, but it's still alive for Haughmond. And again, Clark nods it away as far as Charlie Musselwhite tries to find Ryan. Under hit pass, but Vance's clearance goes straight back to Musselwhite, but again, the passing actually from Haughmond is well off. As Morris tried to find the number 8, Ryan. And as Ryan Palmer tries to win the ball back from Hewitt in the back line for Haughmond. Hewitt got the ball away and he was caught by Palmer, and the referee gives a free kick halfway into Haughmond territory towards that right hand side. Neither goalkeeper with that much to do in the opening 30 minutes or so. I don't think we've had a shot on target at all. Free kick is winning the air by Jamal Clark, looking to find Palmer down the left-hand side, just out of reach for the young striker, who has swapped wings with Dominic Elaine now, United seemingly going with a 4-3-3 with Barlow in the centre and Palmer in a lane, swapping wings intermittently. At the moment it's a lane on the right with Palmer on the left. Ball up line. It's Haughmond not to break down that red and green wall in front of the goal. Through ball for Parry inside the penalty area, takes on Brad Jones. It's Parry, his cross is blocked by the foot of Jones, and Jones in some pain after taking a touch from the ball, rather sizable touch as well. Another injury is the last thing that Coventry United need at this stage of the season. The physio has been called over. Well, now seems a good time to check on the Southampton score. As we said, if Haughmond fail to win tonight and Southampton are able to pick up a victory, then Haughmond will be down, and it's not good news for Haughmond as Southampton have taken the lead at home to Sporting Council. As it stands, Haughmond are down, but there is still a lot of football still to be played. So it's fell with the goal for Southampton. Southampton 1, Sporting Council 0, and unless Haughmond can find a winner, as it stands, the Mund could be going down tonight. Of course, we've already lost Roaster, who were relegated long ago, and Shawbury currently occupy the other relegation place, but of course they have 2 games in hand over Haughmond, so they can't be relegated tonight. Southampton pushing on, looks increasingly likely the Shiners will be staying up. That is, unless Haughmond can find a goal here, and they nearly did with the left back Connor Courtney just a little too high with that volley. Tom Dyche will go back to his goal and take it as Brad Jones continues to receive treatment. It looks like a knee injury to Brad Jones, in fact. The physio tending to the right knee of Brad Jones. Dyche towards that centre circle, it's stabbed forward by Hewitt and down the right flank for Scott Ryan, taking on Valent. It's Ryan, sends it straight over the goal. And it's taking a touch of Valent on the way through. It will be another corner to Haughmond. Brad Jones waiting to be given permission to return to the field. So as it stands, United will have just 10 players to defend this set piece. But Haughmond are keeping a few back anyway. Jones walking down to try and see if he's okay to continue. He seems to be okay. Haughmond looking for that crucial opening goal. They won't get it here as it's nodded away at the near post by Dominic Elaine, and he'll volley it clear to finish the job. Carpenter nods it on, but brought down to earth by Ryan Palmer just inside United territory. Tries to take it through the legs of the number 7, Joe Parry. It doesn't work. Parry shields it from Palmer. Carpenter making progress down the right hand side. Here is George Carpenter. Parry again. Carpenter makes the run, but Parry will go it alone, and there's space on the left for Ryan, who swapped wings. It's Scott Ryan who brings it down for Haughmond and squares it for Parry, blocked up by Kyle Kieran. His shot is not the cleanest, and down goes Dyche to make the gather as Ryan was hoping to pick up the scraps. Brad Jones back in the field and doing his part there, trying to cover the number 8. And there's been another goal at the MJ Robinson Structures Arena. If our sources are correct, it is 2-0, and it is indeed. There has been another goal at the MJ Robinson Structures Arena. South Normanton 2, Sporting Council 0. Jellyman with the goal. So Haughmond, as it stands, need a win. If they draw or lose, it's game over for Haughmond. So they have to win tonight to stay up. Jones's throw to Barlow. Jones again, here's Cox on the edge of the area. Well, it was a shot or a through ball, a little more of a shot to me. It bounces straight into the vicinity of Sam Jones, but that will count as a shot on target, the first one that United have had all game. I believe it may well be the first of any kind so far. Sam Jones's clearance again, straight onto the bonds of Jamal Clark. As Carter tries to find him down line, it's blocked by Ryan Palmer. Carpenter with the throw again. Ryan back to Carpenter. The time is now for Haughmond to dig deep and try and get themselves a opening and what they hope will be winning goal. It does look unlikely Haughmond will stay up. It will take some pretty impressive results, and of course we know how well South Norton have been doing lately. Since that defeat against Coventry United around 3 weeks ago, they haven't lost. They've won 4 and drawn 1. It looks like they're on the way to another victory tonight. Coventry brings it down in the midfield, lobs it down the right hand side for Carey, and it's nodded towards the touchline, but kept in by Dominic Elaine. The Haughmond player couldn't quite get the job done. Chris Cox blocked off by Connor Courtney. Elaine will just about keep it in. No, he won't. It will be a goal kick to Haughmond. So we have 10 minutes until half time. We'll be going off there at the break to just have a quick cup of tea. So we'll be muting the microphone for 10 minutes here on CUTV during the half-time break. So you can still use the same live stream for the second half, but you won't hear anything over the microphone for around 10 minutes. And of course, don't forget to hit the like button below. So let us know you are enjoying today's coverage, and subscribe on YouTube for exclusive content from the Coventry first team and the Coventry United ladies, who are of course in action on Sunday at Oaklands Park in Chichester, their final away game of the season against Chichester City ladies. Parry comes away with the ball in the space. If he can find Scott Ryan, it's a cracking, dipping, long ball towards the right-hand side. Now it's Scott Ryan into the area, and it flashes across the face of goal. Brad Jones will keep it in. Disappointed Haughmond players behind the ball couldn't get onto it. Jones's clearance towards that touchline. Elaine tries to keep it in, but to no avail. But just in front of Terry Anderson's dugout, it will be a Haughmond throw. And the visiting players will surely know now that a victory tonight is more important than ever, as Pringle tried to get it away. It is out of touch for a throw on this near side, level the penalty area. Harry Morris putting it into touch via the leg of Rob Pringle. So as we said, it stands at the minute at South Normanton 2, Swarting Castle 0, and here at the Butts Park Arena, Coventry United 0, Haughmond 0. So it would be enough to end Haughmond's stay in the Premier Division, but there's still a lot of football to be played between now and the final whistle. Throw to Morris. Courtney's ball in and volleyed away by Kyle Carey. Dominic Elaine races to the free ball and picks it up. Down line for Luke Barlow, and the defender taken out of commission, and Chris Cox will fire forward for Coventry United. United have got Haughmond outnumbered here. Tries to back heel to Elaine down line, but the defender can't get it away as he intercepted it. He has now. Bit of a shoulder barge there by Joe Parry on Chris Cox, but in trying to deal with Cox, he forgot about Kyle Carey. And Carey on that loose ball now. Here's Ben Valance on the left-hand side. Palmer and Valance towards that penalty area, covered up by the visiting defence. Now Parry tries to get the move going with Scott Ryan down the right-hand side, receiving that through ball. It's Ryan steaming towards the box, still going. Scott Ryan dinks it into the area, and that's a real shame for Haughmond. As the flag was raised on the far side, Harry Morris rounded Dodge and started it home. He thought that he just got Haughmond's opener. But it will not count. It remains scoreless here on CUTV with 7 minutes of normal time to go. It has not been a spectacular match. Of course, the lads have run themselves into the ground over the last few weeks. A relatively small squad here at Coventry United have been playing up to 3 games a week. Long ball towards the right hand side from Haughmond is volleyed into touch by Ben Valance. Thrown on the right by Carpenter. Up line. One in the air by Jamal Clark. But Haughmond able to snatch it back. Harry Morris dispossessed by Pringle. He looked to send Dominic Elaine on his way, but there's Jones to pick it up on the edge of his penalty area in goal. Cadby, his header picked up on the left by Parry. Rolls it forward to Hull. Musselwhite blocked up again by Jamal Clark. Isn't let anything go past him today. Palmer as well to try and keep it alive for United, but put down the right hand side again by Haughmond. Cut out by Valence. His long ball towards Dominic Elaine. Here's gathered simply. Haughmond will try and clear their lines with Parry on the left hand side just inside Haughmond territory. Wayward ball intercepted by Kyle Carey. But a heavy first touch from the young winger brings it back to the visiting side. And there's space in the midfield. A poor ball from Howells. And again, United pick up a rather shoddy pass. Cox. Palmer's on the left, but will backtrack to Ben Valence at left back. Just 5 minutes until the break. It remains scoreless. And Valence trying his best to change that one straight into the substitute Musselwhite, who came on for the injured Kevin Renshaw around 20 minutes ago. Ryan lobbed it straight into thin air. As the number 11 for the Mond, Harry Morris, will not claim that ball. It's over the white line for a throw to Coventry United on the far side of the pitch. And it's been another goal for South Normanton as well, so things go from bad to worse for Haughmond. South Normanton now 3-0 up. And United, Marcus Tudguy, the man that we interviewed here on CUTV just 2 days ago. So as it stands, South Normanton 3, Sporting Cowsett 0. As United try and nod it towards the penalty area and fired into touch by the captain, Tom Hewitt. So it will be a throw on the left-hand side for the Red and Greens. Another match ball may well be required. In fact, no, the current one is going to remain in use. Vance's throw straight to Parry. No movement there in the penalty area for Coventry United. And it cost them. Prinzel nods it on towards Brad Jones. And his ball towards that penalty area. No one there. And it will bounce over the white line for a goal kick. So again, we'll be taking a break at half-time. We'll be going off air for around 10 minutes. We'll just be muting the microphone so you can still use the same live stream for the second half. You won't find this commentary anywhere else, so make sure you keep it locked to Coventry United TV, the voice of the Red and Greens. Goal kick won in the air by Nathan Cadby and volleyed up line by Connor Courtney of Haughmond. Not the best of balls by Hulls, but will find its intended target. Haughmond striding forward to try and find a crucial opener. They won't do a passing like that though. Another simple interception from Brad Jones. Can he get moving now? Here's Dominic Elaine. Overlap being made by Jones. Nodded towards Luke Barlow instead, but his header didn't carry enough to find Ryan Palmer. The loose ball picked up by Chris Cox though. Now outline with Nathan Cadby, shrugged to the ground from behind by Scott Ryan, and a free kick to Coventry United. The referee may want a word. The referee does not give out any further punishment, but United could inflict all the punishment they need with this free kick. Standing over the set piece, Kyle Carey. Cox calling for it at the far post. He's got Prinzel in there as well. Big Jamal Clark in the penalty area too. Not the most convincing of punches by Sam Jones. It takes it straight towards the corner, but crucially it's after a throw and not a corner kick. 90 seconds until added time will begin. There will be a few minutes due to the injury to Renshaw. Throw towards that penalty area, goes over Clark and hooked away again. I believe Carpenter with the clearance that time. It will be another throw, about another 15 yards further down line for Coventry United, which Prinzel will take. No long throw this time, we just played down line to Brad Jones. Just out of reach for the Haughmond number 6, but Luke Barlow will get there. And Cadby will strike one, but it flies over the net and will cause Sam Jones no issues. Jones takes the kick as we close in on the half-time break. Cox adjusting for position and wins the header. Elaine flicks it on towards Luke Barlow. Can the Haughmond defence deal with this one appropriately? They can for now. Hewitt sticks it into the air. It's brought down by Dominic Elaine, but cleared by Musselwhite only as far as Cadby. Prinzel forward. Free kick Coventry United as Rob Prinzel was caught by Harry Morris in the centre circle. Tried to play advantage, but they've lost the ball, so the referee will backtrack to the free kick just inside Haughmond territory in the centre circle. It's in by Jones towards Luke Barlow, and they nearly fell into the vicinity of Rob Prinzel, but it bounces wide at that post. Any sort of a solid touch would surely have turned that ball towards Sam Jones in the Haughmond net. But as it stands, the visiting shot stopper has yet to be tested. It remains scoreless as we approach the break. So normal time is now over, as the interior lights come on in the big blue and white stand at the Butts Park Arena. A new stand coming, of course, next season on the far end of the ground where that big, beautiful scoreboard has been erected. Can't wait to stick my teeth into that one. Palmer battles well to dispossess Carpenter on the left-hand side of the field, but Carpenter able to stick a foot in there and take the throw for Coventry United. We've had 1 minute of added time. How long we will have, not certain, but there were a few injuries to Kevin Renshaw especially, who was later taken off. Throw to the feet of Elaine. Tries to get the cross in. Does get the cross in. Barlow takes it away from Palmer and lays it off to Cadby, and that one was a little better than the last long range effort, but still a little off the mark for the young midfielder. Jones taking his time and picking up this goal kick. He'll place it on the edge of his 6-yard box and hoof it away. 2 minutes of added time gone. Referee with whistle in hand. Jones clears. Play continues for now with a free kick straight into touch. A poor kick from Jones, but United won't get the opportunity to take the throw in and try and find that opening goal. Not the best of opening periods. Just one shot on goal for the Red and Greens. As it stands at half-time, it remains Coventry 0, Haughmond 0. And of course, Haughmond could well go down as South Normanton are winning by 3 goals to 0. I believe Loughborough could still have a say on their safety. So we'll have a look at the standings during the half-time break. But as it stands, a defeat for Haughmond would certainly mean relegation. So we're going off air now on CUTV for 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for the second half shortly. Hello, you beautiful people. Did you miss me? Liam Cook back here on Coventry TV. Hey, what are you on about? What?
Haughmond have only got Coventry against Leicester coming. They're 10 points away, look all right. So they better get
No, that's it. They had the 40, 41, 42. Yeah, with Loughborough losing, they'd go 9 points. Yeah, well, if they're getting the points not as it stands, they're just... Yeah, after tonight they'd be up to 30, wouldn't they? And Loughborough on 39. No, they have 3. This will take them up to 40. 40, 41, 42. I don't have 3 left. Will they be on 40? Hang on, wait a minute. Oh! Yeah, now, I'm always hard work. I'm hard work, but I'm worth it. Welcome back to Coventry TV. He's having a quick discussion there on mathematics. Now you know I only got C in maths. I've got C in everything. Yeah, so as it stands here on CUTV, Haughmond losing, Haughmond drawing 0-0, and currently Loughborough are losing by 3 goals to 0 at home to Shawbury, and South Normanton 3-0 up. What is it with the 3-0s, eh? Yeah, South Normanton 3-0 up against Sporting Cowser. So as it stands, Haughmond will be going down. Haughmond need to win tonight to ensure that they go on to the next round of fixtures. The second half is underway. The ball lobs toward the right-hand side, where Brad Jones will go over to collect it. Hoots it up on, having to find Dominic Elaine. Elaine called up by Courtney. Tries to cut in from the right flank, a few step-overs. Overlap being made by Nathan Cadby. Elaine's still on the ball, cross-blocked. And cleared up line. Hole. And a bit of a high boot there by Rob Prinzel. Stud showing. And it looks like the player in question, I believe that's Steve Hull, who's gone down, the number 9 for Haughmond. And the question is, what punishment will Rob Prinzel receive? Well, so far the referee would seem a little more level-headed than the referee from the previous match between these two sides, where Kevin Thornton got sent off, but the book is being brought out. What will the colour be? It should only be a yellow card. It is a yellow card. So around 5 yards inside Haughmond territory. Haughmond will take the free kick. Haughmond will have just 2 fixtures left to play following the conclusion of tonight's game, so a victory tonight is crucial to their survival hopes. They haven't found the back of the net yet, and they still haven't, as the free kick is shafted into touch by Brad Jones. So as we told you here in CUTV, Shawbury currently beating Loughborough. As it stands, Loughborough are out of reach of Haughmond. As it stands, South Normanton aren't, but they are winning by 3 goals to 0. And that would confirm relegation for Haughmond tonight. But Haughmond would need to better South Normanton's result. They're 8 points behind, and it's well, it's not going to happen because South Normanton are absolutely battering Sporting Cowser. United on the ball with the throw-in. A few yards being taken up by Brad Jones. I think the referee is going to ask him to step back a few yards, rightly so. You can't blame Brad for trying, but there was always going to be some intervention from the man in black. To the feet of Barlow. Shields the ball. Down line to Jones again. Swiped at the ball, and the second attempt sent it into touch. Throwing taken. Musselwhite to Connor Courtney. Ryan calling for it at the far post with the ball towards the Haughmond, number 6, is well away from the feet of Dave Howes. It will be a goal kick. So Tom Dyche places the ball. United looking to end a winless run of 5 matches. Of course, with the ever persistent schedule, United will be, of course, struggling to get themselves anywhere near full fitness, so there's no shame in not winning those 5 matches against a very tough opposition as well. One of those matches against Haughmond they really should have won. Jones with a throw-up line down the right-hand side from inside his own half. Barling gives it back to Jones. Runs straight into the Haughmond number 11. A through ball for Ryan. It's picked up by Holes. Now Ryan in space. And Ryan stings the gloves of Tom Dyche. Well, Holes holding up the ball took attention away from Ryan. Not the best of clearances by Dyche. It falls to Morris. Great slide by Jones to take it away from the number 7, Joe Parry. Down the right towards Dominica Lane from the boot of Nathan Cadby, cut out by Courtney. A line towards Howes. Parry will just about keep it on the left-hand side. Courtney up line. Morris nods it up and brings it down. And it bounces off the side of Morris's right leg into touch. 5 minutes gone here on CUTV in the second half. Live coverage of Coventry United versus Haughmond. It's still a scoreless draw. We've only had 3 this season. We've only had 4 in CUTV history. We're hoping that we don't have another one. In fact, we haven't had many games that have gone to half-time scoreless this season. The throw-up line is into touch once again via a Haughmond leg. So around the halfway line, it will be a throw on the right for the Red and Greens. Rob Prinzel will take the throw. The challenge is in a Rory Delat with a humongous throw. Flicked on by Barling, hoping to find Palmer, but cleared. The ball down the left by Parry. Goes out play for another throw. Rather chilly spring evening here in the free-spired city of Coventry. Jones up line to Luke Barlow, brings it down, bit of a trip from behind, but Barlow will continue. His first pass is blocked by Courtney. His second pass is great. It's towards Chris Cox. It's a little too far for the skipper, but he will try and get it in from the left-hand side. Drives it in, and it was near sent into his own net by the Haughmond man. But the defender behind him able to keep it away from Ryan Palmer, and now the counter is on, but the ball from the holes towards Harry Morris bounces off the leg of the Coventry United man. And it's offside anyway, as United continue to push on. Cadby, one in the air by George Carpenter, the Haughmond fullback. Musselwhite, the substitute. Holes trying to divert it towards Morris, but in goes Rob Prinzel with another great challenge. Boots it down the centre of the park. It's not going to be in Dominica Lane's range, but it's certainly in the vicinity of Sam Jones, the goalkeeper. Here's kick brought down by Rob Prinzel in the Coventry United back line. A spin by Carey to keep her alive. Cox to Cadby. Taps it towards the left with Ben Valance. Up line to Luke Barlow. Shrugs off the challenge of Hewitt, but the pass to Valance underweighted, and Hewitt's slide takes it off the boot of Ben Valance. It did take a touch of Valance's boot. Well, United unhappy, but from here you can see that it did take a touch off Valance last. Well, some supporters not too happy about it, but from my perspective, it definitely did take a touch off Valance's boot. It was a slide from Hewitt, and it bounced off the right boot of Ben Valance. Haughmond won't make the most of it, and United get it back straight away. Cox caught napping. Now Ryan races down the right. He's got past Prinzel, across the opportunity for Haughmond. And somehow kept out by Tom Dyche. Harry Morris trying to bundle it over the line, but Dyche getting to it. And the number 11 looks a little worse for wear after that exchange, but crucially for Coventry United, the ball stayed away from the goal. And it will remain at 0-0 as Morris receives a bit of treatment from the physio. Let's try and get you a score update from the MJ Robinson Structures Arena over in Derbyshire. As it stands, Haughmond's only hope is that South Normanton are not victorious. South Normanton win ends the hopes of Haughmond to stay up. No matter what Haughmond do tonight, if they win and South Normanton win, then the gap will stay at 8 points. And we are being told there has been another goal. It's Marcus Tudguy again. So South Normanton lead by 4 goals to 0 at home to Sporting Cowser. And it seems tonight we will be saying goodbye to Haughmond. There's 3 points for Haughmond and 3 points for South Normanton will keep the gap as it stands. And that gap remains at 8 points. And after tonight, Haughmond will have just the 2 matches left. So, barring a miracle comeback from Sporting Cowser, then it will be game over for Haughmond tonight. United trying to send Haughmond down with a whimper, with a victory for themselves. Balance, nods to Barlow on the edge of the area, sandwich between the 2 Haughmond players, and United have conceded the foul. Bit of a strange one, that. Sam Jones will clear. Clark tries to shepherd it into touch, and he does so beautifully. There was a little bit of a trip on Harry Morris, but the referee has said it's not enough to warrant a free kick. 10 second half minutes gone, 35 remaining here on CUTV. Live coverage of Coventry United versus Haughmond in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division. Score remains at 0-0, with Haughmond set to be relegated tonight. There it goes from Deitch, who so far has had to make 1 spectacular save and not a lot else. One in the air by Morris. Ryan looking for a teammate, but it counts off the back of the number 6's head. Morris somehow retains the ball with a sea of red in front of him. A great challenge from behind by Kyle Carey. He's dragged to the floor by the Haughmond number 6 off the ball as well. And United have given away a foul now as Nathan Cadbury brought it back under the Red and Green's control. But there certainly should have been a foul. There should have been a foul by the Haughmond man. It was Dave Howes who's dragged Kyle Carey to the ground. Carey tried to come away with the ball. The referee didn't penalise that. Haughmond will look to go out of the Premier Division in style. They look to go in front with this free kick. Deitch tells Clark to leave it, screaming that it was a keeper's ball, and I don't think Jamal was going to be arguing with Tom. Well, Clark seemed to be limping a little bit there. It's highly surprising. I mean, some of these guys can barely walk at the minute with the amount of football they've had to play. It's a miracle that they're playing a full 90 minutes and they've still got about 7 matches to go. Carey in the midfield. Cadby to Clark. Rolls it out wide with Brad Jones again. Jones boots it down the right hand side towards Luke Barlow. Barlow with a header towards Dominic Allain. It bounces towards Ryan Palmer. An attempted clearance nearly sends it into his own goal from Hewitt. Well, the captain very nearly shot his own side in the foot there as he tried to get it clear. And luckily for him, it will go out for a corner as Ryan Palmer tried to fire the ball into the net. Hewitt nearly did the striker's job for him. So the corner to come in from the right. There he goes towards Cox. Barlown's up there as well. The defender getting the head to the ball, and it will be picked up on this left flank by Ryan Palmer, who's got Prinzel down line. Tries to spin away from the challenge, and a trip from Joe Parry. Ironic cheers from the Coventry United supporters who feel they've been done wrong by the referee. Well, let's just say he's a very, very big improvement on Saturday's official. Let's just say that. Brad Jones eyeing up a potential assist. As United are still in search of that opening goal. Clark, and volleyed away. Only as far as Nathan Cadby. It's in towards Elaine. Elaine couldn't win it in the air. Palmer couldn't bring it down either, and Carpenter will get it clear as Scott Ryan. But he's still in the final third for Haughmond. No longer though, as it's booted towards Brad Jones on the left-hand side. Falling to the box by Brad Jones. Here's Dominic Elaine, wins the header. It's got Palmer on his right. But he'll lay it up to Luke Barlone. Barlone tries to take it past George Carpenter, but he wasn't going to win that one-on-one. And it will be a corner kick to Coventry United. Half an hour still to play here on CUTV. It remains scoreless between Coventry United and Haughmond. Kyle Carey standing over this one. Cox calling for it at the far post. It's towards the near post and flicked on by the head of Jamal Clark. Scoreless no longer. And the big centre-back with the opening goal at the Butts Park Arena as Haughmond's Premier Division future seems sealed. Relegation to be confirmed tonight. The Mons could be going down with a whimper rather than a roar. It's Coventry United 1, Haughmond 0. So Jamal Clark opening the scoring here. The Butts Park Arena flicking on the corner from Kyle Carey. And Coventry United could be about to bring this winless run to an end, but of course they want 1-0 up at the Shrewsbury Sports Village on Saturday before being pegged back by Haughmond. Can the visitors do it again today? They may do it sooner than you think. And they have. Straight away, Haughmond have got the equaliser. Steve Hull smashing it through the gloves of Tom Deitch. After waiting over an hour for a goal, we've got 2 in a minute. And it's Steve Hull with the goal. Well, immediately Coventry United pegged back. It must be disheartening for the Red and Greens. They worked so hard to get that open, and within about 30 seconds, Haughmond go on the break and get one back, and here they come again. Jones able to stab it away for now. But here comes Musselwhite. Tries to slip it through, and Tom Dodge able to gather a bit of a shove in the back there by Rob Prinzel on the number 11 Morris. Ball bounces over Cox's head, and he forces George Carpenter into a stumble. And a free kick given by the referee around 10 yards into Haughmond territory. So if you've just gone for a quick toilet break or a cup of tea, well, you've missed some action, haven't you? It's now Coventry United 1, Haughmond 1. The Red and Greens taking the lead through Jamal Clark, flicking on with the back of his head from a Kyle Carey corner, and then literally 30 seconds later, there was Steve Hull to collect the ball in the penalty area, take it past the defender, and stick it straight through the hands of Tom Deitch, and nestled into the side of the net to make it 1-1 here on CUTV. It could be another one, and there's Deitch to power it away with those 2 big hands to it. Elaine brings it down, overlap being made by Cadby. Looking for Cadby. It's a great ball by Elaine, but Cadby plows into the back of Sean Jones. Referee says no foul. I think it was simply the fact that Cadby couldn't slow down. It will be a throw-in level with the penalty area on the right-hand side. Can United go and get that lead back? Could we be set for another 1-1 draw between these two sides? Elaine taking the throw. It looks like it's going to be a long throw to the box possibly. Well, Kyle Carey now offering the short option. It's towards that near post where Luke Barlow is. It's won in the air by Courtney, but there's Cox to pick up the loose ball. Elaine again. Palmer brings it down. Ryan tries to clear. There's Carey to keep it alive. And the header over the net by Luke Barlow. You thought of all people that Barlow would be able to turn it in, but pressured from behind by the defender. He had to get that header away, but it wouldn't find the net. It remains at 1-1. Now what a couple of minutes we have just seen. As we hit I think we just hit 65 minutes now. We have 65 minutes gone at the Butts Park Arena. And these dark clouds clearing now to reveal a beautiful summer, well, spring sky at night time. Well, Jones fired the ball straight into that sky, and it comes down over the touchline for a Coventry United throw just in front of Terry Anderson's dugout, and Liam Kennedy is going to be coming on for the Red and Greens. Throw up line to Barlow, flicked on towards Dominic Elaine. There's Elaine, keeps it in. Carey in support. Elaine towards Palmer, brings it down, couldn't get the shot away, trying to find Barlow, and it's cut out. Clearance kept in by Valance on the near touchline. Carey through the centre to Cox. There's Elaine out wide. Overlap being made by Valance. Elaine in towards Barlow, brings it down, but he couldn't bring it to feet. Balance control, letting him down there. And the passing of Hull, letting himself down. Carey tries to find Cadby. One in the air by Courtney of Haughmond. Parry keeps it away from United man Carey. House's ball. Boot in the air by Rob Prince will take it away from the head of Harry Morris. Barlow, back heel to Chris Cox. United are moving now, and Cox taken out by the captain, Tom Hewitt. And the referee was not impressed by that challenge, and Chris Cox seems in a bit of pain here. And again, United really could do without any further injuries. They have 15 players tonight, but 4 of them are either from the academy squad or the under-21s. And Ryan Palmer will make his way off, Liam Kennedy replacing him. So it would appear a straight swap, with Kennedy coming onto the right-hand side of that front three, featuring Luke Barlow and Dominic Elaine. And Kennedy will fit straight into this set-piece routine, which will be taken by Kyle Carey. A strong outing again for Palmer, but he couldn't build on that goal he scored against Haughmond on Saturday. Carey in, and nearly found Clark again, but a clearance by Morris. As far as Valance on the halfway line, he tries to find someone up line. Devin Cadby nearly made contact with a Haughmond player with Swiss shot. That could have been pretty nasty as he jumped through the air. Valance looking for Clark, who's still in a relatively attacking position, and forces opposite number 5 Hewitt to stick it into the blue and white seats at the Butts Park Arena, and another throw will follow. Valance. Barlow to Carey. Here's Valance again. Haughmond opinion that's gone out of play. Referee says no. Monk away with the ball for now, but then there was a rash challenge on Harry Morris, and the referee has given the free kick. Once again, don't forget to hit the like button below on the YouTube video if you are enjoying today's coverage here on Coventry United TV. Leave a comment below with your feedback. Subscribe to Coventry United on YouTube for more exclusive football content, and of course you can get us on Twitter at Cov United TV. Well, someone's windscreen's about to get smashed. There's a rather poor cross from Scott Ryan, flies into the car park. And one of the stewards races into the car park. I believe he's going to get the ball, although he could be checking to see if his windscreen is still intact. I don't know where he's parked, but these match balls cost an arm and a leg. You don't want to lose them. Tenner a piece they are. Goal kick nodded on by Luke Barlow, hoping to find Cadby, but there's Connor Courtney to pick it up. Battle for the ball between Hull and Prince. Hull able to find a teammate and locked it towards that left-hand side. One in the air by Jones, but kept alive by Parry. Tried to shot himself, and there's Jones to make the block. Carey. Now there's space for Chris Cox to race into. Cox striding forward, and there's Liam Kennedy. Kennedy tries to cut in, he's past Carpenter. Finds Chris Cox. Cox will hit one, and there's Jones to make the save. Bounces into the hands of the Haughmond shot stopper, hoping not to be beaten again tonight. Look at this surging run from Ryan. Hull is onside. It's Steve Hull to make it a double. Inside's Brad Jones. Gets a touch in it, but can't keep it away. And Haughmond take the lead. A man free at the far post, diverted over the line. Well, Haughmond may be going down tonight, but they're not going down without a fight. It's Coventry United 1, Haughmond 2. Still waiting to see who the goal scorer was. We haven't seen his shirt number yet. It may have been Parry, I believe. And I can tell you the goal was scored by, it was Scott Ryan. So Scott Ryan with the goal for Haughmond. The turnaround's been completed. Elaine looks to get United back on track. He's taken out by Dave Howells. Free kick Coventry United deep into enemy territory. So with 20 minutes to go, it is now Coventry United 1, Haughmond 2. Jones looking to get United back into this match. The header over the bar, I believe it was Chris Cox with the final touch. United won't get the lead back like that. Sam Jones gets ready to hoof it clear. There it goes. One in the air by Jamal Clark, but straight to the feet of the number 9 Hull, whose through ball towards Harry Morris was a little bit out of range for the winger. So United have 20 minutes to salvage something from this match. Dutch's kick. Kennedy couldn't reach it in time. Valance tries to keep it in, but he's beaten to the ball by Hull. Tries to find Morris again, but Clark couldn't get to it, but it will be a Haughmond corner. Oh, no sign of a Coventry United change just yet. So no more subs being lined up yet for the Red and Greens, although Luke Barlow is coming over to have a quick drink. Courtney to send it in. Hoping to give Haughmond a chance to extend their advantage. And it's in! I think it's gone all the way from Courtney. It may have taken a touch off Harry Morris, but Courtney is celebrating, and I believe the touch may in fact have come after the ball had crossed the line. So Courtney with an audacious goal from the corner. And it's Coventry United 1, Haughmond 3. Connor Courtney with one of the best goals he'll ever score. But what a turnaround this has been for Haughmond. As we said, they're going down, but they're going down fighting. Results elsewhere will confirm their relegation. But they are winning here at the Woods Park Arena by 3 goals to 1. Haughmond on the attack again down the right hand side. Ryan's ball. Morris will go to give chase. Jamal Clark able to shepherd the ball into the corner. Can he try and get United the goal kick here? Instead put it into touch from this near side for a Haughmond throw. So the throw will come from Howells. Ryan and Morris in support. Hull's there as well. He goes past Morris, but Clark will take the corner. 15 minutes to go. We'll be naming our CUTV player of the match in 10 minutes time. So let us know on Twitter at Coventry United TV who you think it should be. It can be from Coventry United or Haughmond. So that decision will be made in around 10 minutes. So Courtney's going to take it. Is he going to try another curler into the net? Well, Hull's doing it, especially trying to block off Haughmond, man, and he was going for the same one, and this time Deutsch able to get to the near post and clear it. It's back in. There's Deutsch with the punch. It's in again. And Haughmond have done it again. They're 4-1 in front now. Deutsch coming out for it, punched it as clear as another Haughmond player. It's been an absolute rout for the visitors against a tiring Coventry United side. I believe it may have been the substitute Musselwhite who got the final touch. In fact, no, wait a minute, it was Alex Parry. Oh, Joe Parry, I should say. It was Joe Parry who scored. So Joe Parry with the goal. So with 15 minutes to go, Coventry United now down by 4 goals to 1. A quick collapse of the Red and Greens. But as we said, these lads are absolutely knackered. They're trying their best here, but they're coming up against a much fresher Haughmond side. Elaine's cross towards Luke Barlow and tried to flick it on, but a pretty simple gather on the line by Sam Jones to keep the Haughmond's sizable and growing advantage intact. United can hold their heads up high. They took the lead in this match, but simply wasn't enough gas left in the tank. Ball down the right for Harry Morris, forced over from behind by Jamal Clark, and Morris has gone down a heap. He'll be back on his feet. So the free kick to be taken from the right flank by Courtney. He's already scored one spectacular goal tonight. Will he go for another? He will, but this time Tom Deitch grabs it before it can cross the line. But Courtney is getting a little bit confident now. Ball bounces in the final third for Haughmond, and it was a pretty stylish stab away in the air, but it looked like a kung fu kick from Dominic Elaine, but it didn't do United that much good. They've got it in their own backyard now, Coventry United. Here's Rob Prinzel. Drives it forward towards Luke Barlow. Bit of indecision there from the Haughmond defence. They've got to do something here, as they've all touched a Haughmond man last. They can't let go out for a goal kick, but they have done something now as Sean Jones makes the clearance into touch for a throw-in for Coventry United. Jones will take that throw. Here's Dominic Elaine. Jones with the interception again. And Parry with the clearance. Morris beaten in the air by Jamal Clark. Here's Valance. Carey. Onto the right now with Brad Jones. Carey again. Cadby. On the left flank, Carey again, covered up by yellow shirts. Carey trying to create a bit of space for himself, sprinting across the park. Here's Jones, through ball towards a lane cut out by Sean Jones of Haughmond. Harry Morris has switched pass towards the right hand side, down goes Hull under pressure from Vance. A bit of a tangle there with the United left back, but the attempted ball by Scott Ryan cannons off the leg of the United fullback and will go out of play for a throw-in. And there's going to be a substitution here for Haughmond. Will it be before this throw-in? It's going to be afterwards. In fact, no, it isn't. He's going to take it now. And coming on will be Jamie Hine, the number 14. And he's going to be replacing Joe Parry. So Joe Parry off. And coming on Jamie Hine. A rather slow exit for Parry, who who we believe got the final touch on the final goal for Haughmond. Or will it be the final goal? Will there be another strike for the visitors? Carpenter's throw up line. Cox, so that's Cadby. He heads it straight into touch again. They were 15 yards further up. 10 minutes to go here on CUTV. Coventry United 1, Haughmond 4. Well, if anyone's seen that GIF with Ron Burgundy from the Anchorman movies, where it says, well, that escalated quickly. This is basically that game in a GIF. We had no goals for 60 minutes, then we had 2 in 30 seconds, and then Haughmond have gone from 1-0 down to be leading by 4 goals to 1. It's basically that GIF in a match. Now Haughmond under pressure as Sean Jones plays it back to Sam Jones. A scuffed clearance from the goalkeeper into the Haughmond technical area. So Vance will take the throw deep into Haughmond territory. Can the Red and Greens try and get some pride back? Elaine tries to bring it down, covered up by several Haughmond players. He was simply outgunned and outnumbered there. But the clearance by Ryan smacks his teammate Dave Howes in the back. And it's straight into touch for United throw on this left side. The throw to Elaine cut out by Ryan. Another throw, another 5 yards further up line. Again the throw by Vance, this time to Luke Barlow. Vance down line. Barlow trying to find the lane, pass easily cut out. Away come Haughmond with the long ball from the back straight into the vicinity of Rob Prinzel. United encouraged to keep working by their management team. Prinzel ball into the penalty area towards Chris Cox, just out of range. And Sam Jones will let that one go out of play for a goal kick and waste a little bit more time. Well, the next time we're on air here on Coventry United TV comes this Saturday as the Red and Greens travel to Lytown. Lytown versus Coventry United in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division. Coverage starts at 10 to 2, sorry, 10 to 3 I should say. But at 10 to 2 on Sunday, it's over to Oaklands Park with Chichester City versus Coventry United Ladies in the Women's Premier League Southern Division. Of course, you can get highlights of both of those matches today following the final whistle, and you can get highlights of today's game between Coventry United and Haughmond tomorrow morning. Just passing it around along the back line. Jones' pass picked up. Musselwhite gets it back. Hole. In goes Cox from behind to take it away, and it will be safely into the grasp of Tom Deitch. Deitch rolls it out to Valance. You know, to try and get the attack instigated. Valance with not a lot of room to work with. The ball towards Dominic Elaine. Elaine will get there first. It's a great run from Elaine to get there before Hewitt, the captain. Kennedy towards that far post, and it's a good leap and a good catch for Sam Jones between the sticks for Haughmond. Well, if the big new shiny scoreboard on the far side of the ground was being used tonight, it isn't being used until Saturday's rugby game, we believe. It would make pleasant reading for Coventry United supporters, and it may be about to get even worse. Well, it would have been if the number 11 for Haughmond, Harry Morris, hadn't been flagged offside as Ryan was free at the far post. United season petering out simply because of pure exhaustion. A number of the players are currently not only battling through some very tough opposition, they're battling through niggling injuries, lack of energy at the minute. And of course, don't forget, these lads have to work as well. They're training during the week, they're playing on Saturdays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and then they have to go to work the next day as well. They'll be stiff as a brick tomorrow. You have to take your hats off to these lads. They've given everything for this club over the last few days. The results may not have been there, but you can bet your bottom dollar the effort has definitely been in there. As Dominic Elaine Gets it in the corner for Coventry United, but he's covered up by 2 yellow shirts. A barge in the back on Elaine as Hine takes it away. As Harry Morris races past Rob Prinzel, he thought he was cleaning through on Dyche's goal there. He took the ball over the white line for a throw. Jones sends it in. That's with Ben Valance. Valance to Barlone. He's beaten to the ball and fired away by Ryan. Heavy first touch from Morris. Bit of a trip from behind by Ben Valance. Free kick. Well, on CTV we're going to do something that we've never done before, and we're not going to give a man of the match. We're going to give a man of the match to a team rather than a player, because these lads have been trying so hard for the fans of Coventry United, for their club, for their manager, for everyone at the club. So today we're giving our man of the match to the entire Coventry United team, because the way these lads have been pushing over the last few weeks is absolutely tremendous. So you know what, it may be cheating, but today we're giving man of the match to the entire Coventry United team. With a free kick from Courtney, flicked up, cleared by Clark, only throws another Haughmond player, and it's struck into the net by the substitute Wynn with some power. Well, the Wynn won't save Haughmond tonight, but they have certainly impressed. But again, Coventry United running on empty, there's no gas left in the tank, and Haughmond exploiting the red and green to the Butts Park Arena. It's Coventry United 1, Haughmond 5, and the 5th goal coming from substitute Jamie Hine. Well, we're underway once again at the Butts Park Arena. A bleak evening for the Red and Green Army, but to their credit, the fans have stuck with the lads throughout the evening and throughout the season, a very difficult period of time for Coventry United. So you have to take your hats off to the entire Coventry United fan base. There has been some unwarranted criticism over the past couple of days, but for the most part these fans will stick with their boys until the end, and they are doing tonight. Haughmond push on again as the United man is taken out. Ball switched to Scott Ryan on the right hand side. Down the flank to Hull. Into the area again for Ryan. Just snatches the ball away from Kennedy. His cross was already out before it took a touch off Kennedy. And it will be a goal kick with just 3 minutes of normal time to go. Carey races onto a loose ball, and can Coventry United get themselves on the score sheet once again? Carey racing at the Haughmond defence. He's got a lane in the box, Kennedy in support as well. Rolls it across to Luke Barlow in the space on the left for Kennedy. He's offside anyway, but the ball didn't reach him. A little too far for those legs of Kennedy to race to. Jones will take the free kick inside his penalty area towards the right hand side. As an exhausting evening comes to an end here on CUTV. Of course, don't forget to check out the highlights tomorrow, although I'm not too sure too many people will be. Dutch clears from his own backyard. Appeals of an elbow on Nathan Cadby. Referee says no. Clearance won in the air by Hewitt. There's Carey to bring it down for Coventry United. Clark volleys it forward. Barlow jumps for it. Brings it down in a lane. Won it in the air with a high boot. United again can't capitalise. Here's Jones. But Cox beaten to the ball. United will get it back. Carey through ball for Cox. Cox lines one up. A wayward effort from the Coventry United skipper. And that should be that as Haughmond wrap up an impressive victory over a Coventry United side who right now just want the season to end. Well, let's try and get you a score update if we can from the MJ Robinson Structures Arena. For any Haughmond fans listening, although it has been an incredible evening for the visiting side, Sporting Calcer have got a couple of goals back. It's now South Normanton 4, Sporting Calcer 2. So I believe if Calcer get 2 more goals back, then Haughmond may get Lib to fight another day. It's not quite over for Haughmond. Well, normal time is now over here at the Butts Park Arena, and thinking about it, the last goal for Calcer came 6 minutes ago, so it's probably pretty much over there as well. As there is going to be a third and final change for Haughmond. Dave Howells is going to be replaced by Carl Roberts. I think even Roy Eden, I'll say to him, now had enough tonight. He's protesting apparently. I think he's just as knackered as the rest of us. It's not just the players that have been overworked at the minute, it's the whole match day team, the volunteers, the media staff, our match reporter Keith Greer say, well, I don't think he's got that much lead in his pencil left. And of course the supporters as well, who have stuck with the Red and Green through thick and thin for a number of matches during the week, taking times away from their families to ensure the Red and Greens had their support. So really everyone at the football club deserves a lot of credit. And of course the real stars of the show are of course the players. So we've already had a couple of minutes of added time here at the Butts Park Arena. In fact, the change has actually been changed. It was originally going to be Dave Howells who was going to come off, but now they've changed it with Howells on the touchline, and it's Harry Morris who's come off now. So a bit of a time-wasting ploy from Haughmond. Here's Courtney down the left-hand side looking for Wynn, cut out by Brad Jones. Lane. Was it into the air towards Luke Barlow and met in the air by Hewitt of Haughmond, and a corner will follow. It remains at 4-2 from what we hear at the MJ Robinson Structures Arena. No full-time whistle yet. But barring a miracle comeback from Sporting Calcer, then despite Haughmond's heroics, it is game over for the Shropshire side tonight. Brad Jones will take the corner from the right hand side, try and give United another goal to their name and help the goal difference. It's towards Kennedy, just over the crossbar, and United coming oh so close to pulling one back. Not quite close enough. Supporters make their way home. There's another stoppage. That's one of the Haughmond defenders is on his knees on the edge of the penalty area. Looks like it's a bloody nose for Scott Ryan. it goes from Jones. Vance wins the header. A collision there between Cadby and Scott Ryan. And Ryan, in fact, has committed the foul. Here's Carey. Prinzel sends it in towards that penalty area. Hewitt nods it away from the box. Picked up in the midfield. A bit of an arm drag there from Chris Cox. Referee says no foul as Haughmond race up the other end with Jamie Wynn. Scorer of the 5th and so far final goal. Jumps past the challenge of Prinzel. It's taken away by Clark. Lane runs onto the ball. Can he get one back? No, he couldn't. He didn't know where the ball had gone. It gives Hewitt a chance to clear. Barlow, space on the left for Liam Kennedy into the area. Can he find the option in there? No, he can't. It's caught by Jones, but it is a touch for a corner. Kennedy from the left with one more opportunity to give Coventry United a goal back. Corner easily charged down. Referee blows the final whistle. An impressive victory for Haughmond. But tonight their relegation from the Total Motion Midland Football League is confirmed with South Normanton's victory at home to Sporting Cowser. The Premier Division journey ends here for tonight's visitors. They struck 5 past a Coventry United side full of tired players, injured players. But to their credit, the lads kept on going despite the tank reading empty. The Red and Green Army refused to back down and kept fighting until the end. The final score here at the Butts Park Arena, Coventry United 1, Haughmond 5. But tonight Haughmond are officially relegated from the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division. And that will do us here on Coventry United TV for another week. We hope you can join us on Saturday for live coverage of Coventry United's trip to Lytown. And the highlights, of course, tonight will be uploaded tomorrow morning. For now, I've been Liam Cook. Thank you for joining us. Commiserations to Haughmond, who, of course, are officially relegated tonight. And from me, Liam Cook, I'll see you next time here on Coventry United TV.